Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 2 Righty Ho Edition. Hello! Or Kita Edition! A little briefer, as I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go back over to the Foggy Fog, the woods, the Shaded Woods. There's a couple things I'm going to actually show off here. One was something you guys were telling me. Alright, so apparently, if I light my torch here, and this is actually something I didn't know, you guys had to tell me this, so thank you so much. This is kind of one of those things that I was talking about where since I don't... Oh, actually, I've been trying to figure out who that is in that statue as I distract myself. Is she holding a baby or is she holding a pot? It looks like she's holding a pot. Like, you wouldn't hold a child like that. Or she's like, oh, she's clutching something. Anyways, this isn't something that I would have figured out on my own just because of the nature of, oh, I should have leveled up. The fact that I never really use my torch in Dark Souls 2. But it actually helps you out here, and it's too bad because this is a cool thing. Oh. There, you can actually see that guy because you have the torch apparently. It's not working too well. Alright, hold on, let me see. Where is he? Oh, you should be able to see his shadow, I think. Yeah. Okay, there it is. You can see his shadow with the torch. That's pretty cool. I wish I had known that. I mean, now I do, but now you know. Because I'm showing you guys. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's too bad that they took away the whole darkness and the lighting thing, where you would have used your torch a lot more had they not changed that stuff up. Let's see if we can see. Oh, I see another shadow. Wow, that's really cool. I wish all this torch stuff were things that would have been a little more handy. Like, they'd actually given us more of an incentive to use our torch more frequently. Alright, yes, the shadow. I see that shadow. And apparently there's also... Oh, you know what? I'm just realizing, too. I can't use my Murakumo right now with the strength I have. It's not going to work properly. One-handed. Okay, where's the shadow? Gotta look for that shadow. I don't see it. Yeah, I'm kind of just walking in the middle here because apparently I also missed an item. Well, that's just one of the dead bodies on the right-hand side. I don't think it's too big a deal. Lots of bloodstains, though. Alright, I got shot this way. Oh, there it is. I see you. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I went to two-hand my weapon and realized that was a terrible idea. Oh, two people are coming. Shoot. This isn't gonna be good. There, I see you! I see you! There we go. Taking care of so many people all at once. Alright. I have no idea where the item I missed was. Blast some Final Fantasy VI while I'm looking. I mean, it's really not the biggest deal in the world with me. Yeah, I see that guy. Oh, there it is. There it is. So, I missed this treasure chest right here. Or I thought I saw one. There it is. I've actually never gotten this before. That's exciting! The clear bluestone ring +1. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright, there we go. Here, bluestone ring +1. Here it is. Fiorenza used his riches to buy up trinkets of luxury and rare collectibles, but was ruined after years of excessive debauchery. So Fiorenza was the merchant from Volgan. Oh, there we go. A ring that belonged to Fiorenza, the only truly moneyed merchant in Volgan. So I talked about Fiorenza a little last time when I got the gauntlet that he'd been looking for. But yeah, so he's from Volgan, which is the same area as Molin and all of Molin, Gilligan, Cloan. They're all from Volgan. So it's like the city of the merchants. Also, I don't know if I pointed out these trees the last time I was here, but I really like these trees, and if you hit it, they make that moaning sound, which is really cool. Something about it reminds me of Kingsfield, the Ancient City, actually. Oh wow, there are a bunch of these guys that I lured out. And yeah, I'll lure out these guys as well. These shaded wood enemies. Come on, one more. Oh, there we go. Got him. Yeah, I'm really should level up before I risk anything more, but that's alright. Oh, crap. There's a lot more enemies in this area than I really realized. I guess I usually just run along the sides, and it kind of just works out for the best. Alright, here we go. Going upstairs. That should be right. Oh. No, not quite. Not quite. It'll be the next one over. It's sorry if I'm a little out of it. I really want to get another one of these episodes done. I've just been incredibly busy this week. I actually moved this week, so this weekend I was moving all weekend. Tons. Like, as you get older, you kind of, at least for me, I have more and more stuff that I have to move. I believe there's an item I missed over here. You guys were pointing out to me. There we go. Fire seed. Oh, that's an important one to point out for all those you pyro guys. But I've been working on a new project as well, and then I had some freelance work I was doing, which was like really long hours.
Again? Well, this is a pleasant surprise.
Surprise!
Ah, it was you who vanquished my body. It is my body, you see, and I can sense what happens to it.
How is it your body disappears, though, when you seem undead?
Riddance. If you wish for help, summon me. I'm rusty in battle, but will fight by your side.
Okay, so this is how you are able to summon him, is you have to talk to him, kill his body, and then talk to him again. You're able to summon him at various spots. One of them is at the Throne of Want. You can summon him for both bosses at the Throne of Want, and he's really good.
I'm grateful for these peaceful days.
It's actually probably usul for if you're trying to do a run through without dying, that you can use him.
In the here and now. Why must I cannot lie. I was hired.
So apparently that's all you get from it, but that's still pretty useful. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and quick cut and go back to Majula, level up, and then I'll quick cut again as I go into the Shrine of Winter. So yeah, that'll be the run for this. So I found out actually, there's a test that I believe Vegeta did on all the iframes and how agility affects it. And apparently, so if your agility, and I actually have my agility a little higher than I really need it to be, but basically at 105, if you get your agility up to that, your agility does increase your iframes at certain increments. And 105 is really the highest you really need to top it off at. You're going to get 1 frame more of iframes, I believe, for your agility being at 110. And then if you can get your agility up to 115, I think it gives you like 2 more iframes. But you need to put a lot of points into adaptability to get it up to 115, to the point where it's not really worth it. And even for 105, because I basically top it at 110, 105 to 110 is a lot of points into adaptability that, or whatever you're going for, that you probably don't need, that are better spent in other places. So it's probably best for you, and this is what he concluded, Vegeta concluded. Actually, I think he concluded it to say, like, it's best just to put it at 100 for your agility. But for me, I like the extra iframes. I'll take the extra iframe. I'd say 105 is probably where I'd like to top it off at. But I've got a little more than I need in there. So I just wanted to dish out that info, but thanks to Vegeta, he's been a big Soulser since Dark Souls 1. Since the very beginning, he's been one of the best. So, really, really good at the games. So I want to point out his info. So let's see. Let's go ahead and put some into Vitality, some in Endurance, and let's go ahead and start leveling up Strength, actually. Or, you know, yeah, let's do a little bit into Strength. That'll be a good level up. I like that one. I'm happy with that. And I'm going to go ahead and quick cut. I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, we are back at the Shaded Woods, and it is time. Time to go to the Shrine of Winter. So let's do it. So yeah, again, sorry if I'm a little off on this Let's Play. I'm gonna try my best. It's just, I feel like it's been a little longer than I would normally like between Let's Plays. And a red Tearstone ring. Yeah, that's where you can get that. So anyways, it's been a little bit longer than I would have liked for my Let's Plays, and I wanted to make sure to update it. I just felt like it'd been too long since an update. Oh shoot, that's the King's Road. I was like, is it the middle or the left? I kind of always forget. That's just what type of update it is, I guess. Let's go ahead and look at the red Tearstone ring. Red Tearstone Ring, where are you? You're next to the blue Tearstone Ring, I would assume. Looking for that Tearstone. There it is. I guess I don't have a blue Tearstone Ring. So it's going to boost your physical attack when your HP is low, which is really useful, especially for speed runs. I don't know how well it works in Dark Souls 2, but Dark Souls 1 it was really, really good with the power boost that you would get. So, Kaitha, goddess of tears, mourns the undeserving dead, shedding tears as red as blood. It is said the stone set in this ring is one such tear. And Kaitha is another one of our gods that we get, goddess of tears. But I don't know how much the gods and goddesses really play into Dark Souls 2. I haven't found too much lore on them outside of some really brief tidbits like that. But outside of that, I don't see them affecting the plot too much. I know that some of the gods and goddesses in Dark Souls 2 actually are said to not be gods, and then it's kind of just like over time, they sort of turned into being considered gods. I'm forgetting which one specifically was said that, but yeah, it is said that about some of them. So it's not like, I don't know, Velka. Maybe it's the same thing in Velka, but I kind of think of Velka as being a true goddess. So, which I'm so sad about that Velka's not in this game. But at least we'll get to see some interesting stuff in the Shrine of Winter. So that's some cool lore stuff in there. And we get another Flexile Sentry. Flexile Sentry number 2. But this time it should be much more of a walk in the park if anyone is really struggling with the first one. Like, you're much stronger. It seems to be the same strength as the previous one. And you also know the strategy by now. Plus, you're not in a room that's filling up with water. We get a Twinkling Titanite from it, too. Dragon Slayer's Crescent Axe has some cool lore to it. I don't remember what the Golden Falcon Shield does, but we'll check it out. Dragon Slayer's Crescent Axe. It's a Ferosa-based one, I believe, if I remember correctly. Dragon Slayer's Crescent Axe. Where are you at, Crescent Axe? Here we go. No warrior matched the ferocity of unbeatable Lothian, and it's the beloved black axe of the gallant shieldless Lothian, formerly of Ferosa. So Lothian, he was abruptly retired from the battlefield and was never heard from again. But he abruptly retired from the battlefield. Some say that he grew tired of the frailty of human foes and set off to slay the legendary dragon. So the question is, who was this legendary dragon he went off to slay? Was it the ancient dragon who we'll meet in a little bit? I don't know. I really don't know who the dragon was. So here we are at the Shrine of Winter, which will open for us if we get the 4 Great Souls, or if you have, I believe, 1,000,000 souls. But there's a certain set number of souls that you can get that will make it open up for you. And interesting thing about the Shrine of Winter is these are serpents going up right there in that middle spot. So there's 3 serpents, so I don't know if it's really a Frompt and Koth connection. But it is interesting that it's serpents that are going off in the middle, and the heads are cut off, so we really don't know if it's primordial serpents or just normal serpents, because they had to tease us there by cutting off the heads. So who really knows exactly what type of serpents those are? But I don't know, I wish we could see it. Another thing that we have here is on the walls here. When we get to the Dragon Eyrie, you're actually going to see the same tablets all formed together at the Dragon Eyrie. And we're going to see the exact same thing. So all this comes together to form one big mural. So what we get is dragons, and this is our first sign of dragons, really, other than dragon riders. It's our first real sign of dragons in the game. Is like, oh, there's a dragon on this mural. And then there seem to be people possibly worshipping the dragons, and that's what it kind of looks like to me. And then we have another dragon there, looking down, and again, it seems like people sort of looking up in awe, possibly worshipping it. And actually, there's more of those pillars too. These are the pillars that we saw at the altars. I think this is the exact same pillar that was at the altar where the Pilgrims of the Abyss was, that covenant. So that's just kind of another thing. Another thing, actually, to note is this is sort of another gazebo shape, just like we get in Where We Come From with the things betwixt, as well as all the altars for the Pilgrims of the Abyss. So lots of things. This little area reminds me of San Francisco. because you got the twisty, windy road. It's kind of a fun little design there, actually. If I do say so myself. And I do say so. Am I missing... Did I get another Estus flash jar that I forgot to set in? Maybe. Alright, we get repair. Let's go ahead and see if there's any lore on repair. Repair. Do you have any lore for me? Uses lights to repair damaged weapons. A sorcery that dates farther back than recollection. Repairs equipment, weapons, and armor. And this was initially from Ulasil, if I remember correctly, in Dark Souls 1. And actually, I don't know if I looked at the Duke's Freya's soul, so let's go ahead and look at Duke's Freya's soul. The Writhing Rune is an ancient thing whose shadow remains cast over the land. Zeldora is a place burdened by terrible misdeeds, and those who remain there were transformed beyond recognition. So again, Zeldora, in this context, meaning the area where, not the Duke, but this would be the area where Duke's dear Freya was. And everyone was terrible. But it's burdened by terrible misdeeds, and those who remained were transformed beyond recognition. So the misdeeds could refer to Zeldora himself. A lot of people who believe that this is set in Lordra, and it could refer to Seath, and Seath's misdeeds, as Seath is related to that area. But we're really not sure. And I know there's a lot of people on camp. Drangleic is Lordran in the future. People are very, very against it. Again, I'm kind of just in the middle. So sorry I don't have it set like, oh, this is what it is for you guys. One day, maybe one day I'll have it. I actually think the next lore video I'm gonna do is the Rotten. There's some people who are sharing some really cool stuff with me, especially after the last video that I just posted. You guys had some cool stuff for me to say about the Rotten, and also some other things that people were pointing out. So I think that'll probably be the next one, just from all the various tidbits. Thanks to you guys as a community that you've all been building up and collecting. So I want to put all that information together into an awesome lore video. And really, it's all thanks to you guys. It's a testament to how awesome all of you are and collecting all that info. So this is what I'd say we call a loading area, or I would consider that to be this passageway right here. It's disguised as just a passage, and you can see Drangleic Castle there in the distance. So at least they did that here, unlike a certain earthen peak connecting to a certain iron keep. At least this one, you see Drangleic Castle in the distance. But somehow we're going to end up a lot closer after going through here. But really, it's kind of a loading area because it's going to change the environment. So all of a sudden, it's raining once we go through here, and we get that environment shift. And it's a cool environment. I'm glad they did it, but that's really what that is to disguise that it's loading a new environment and a new shift. So that's what that is for. Kingsfield did a lot of that too. I mean, FromSoft's always been really good about doing that and negating loading times, and that's really what it is make it so you don't have to have a loading time. And I would prefer that, so good on them for doing that. It's much preferred in my opinion. I'm not sure exactly where the exact cutoff is, but that's usually what those types of things are for. And here we are now, much closer to Drangleic Castle, and now that I'm thinking about it, for my lore videos, I've been trying to get good shots of Drangleic Castle, and this would be an awesome one just right from there. You also get that light shining in. Maybe that's supposed to be the moon shining in there. But yeah, like just a nice pan down of that Drangleic Castle. Interesting that that giant tower is really all that it's being used for. It's all built up to be one big prison, and that's where a certain Milfinito is going to be. 3 Titanite chunks and a Titanite slab. Wow, that was an awesome one. Make sure you kill that crystal lizard. I didn't even realize that gave you so much good stuff. It's I don't think my Murakuma is all the way up yet, is it? It's actually, yeah, it's at +8. So I could go back if I wanted right now and level it up. So here we got the Emerald Herald. Actually, info on, I don't know, I'm like debating. Do I want to say the info on the Emerald Herald that I've got right now, or do I want to wait? EMB kind of dished it out. It's something that I've been theorizing for a while now, and I just hadn't said it because I wanted to make sure to confirm it before I did. And EMB kind of pointed out the one thing that confirms it in my mind, and for some reason I just didn't put 2 and 2 together until he said it. But first of all, our epic name bro, Marcus, he likes being called Marcus, but let's talk to her first.
This castle is isolated, but nonetheless you must forge on.
Although the queen's there, so it's a really isolated.
Shanalot,
I know your name. So she's saying to bring an end to your journey and mine. So it's interesting that that's the part I'm really trying to figure out before I do my Emerald Herald lore videos. What exactly is why is her purpose what it is? And that's all she's going to tell to you at the moment. But I guess since EMB kind of said it, I'll go ahead and say what I've been thinking for a long time. So around the time that I made my story video, and this was like months ago, I kind of been thinking that the Emerald Herald is who that lady is at the intro in the beginning of the game. It was kind of a juicy lore bit that I wanted to save until I made my lore video on the Emerald Herald. I kind of just wanted to save it until like I had proof, absolute proof, to say that the Emerald Herald is who brings you to Drangleic. And she says an interesting line at the Dragon Area, which is, my manifestation brought you here. But she could just be saying like my manifestation as in like one of my manifestations earlier that you meet. But I was kind of thinking like, oh, it could be the manifestation as in like she brought you to Drangleic in the first place. But maybe she was just saying she brought you to the Dragon Area by all the times talking to her. She was trying to get you to go there. So I didn't want to do anything until I had absolute proof in my mind that Shanalot is the old lady in the intro of the game who brings you to Drangleic. Like I said, which I'd been thinking. And then EMB pointed out the thing that really was what it was. And people kept on telling me like, oh, well, you know, there's a voice actress, young Shanalot and old Shanalot, so young Shanalot must be the one that you meet at the very end of the game. But it's very clearly the same voice actress that you have at the end of the game when you talk to Shanalot or the Emerald Herald. So that wasn't the case to me. And finally, Epic Name Bro was the one who said it and pointed out like, well, old Shanalot, the reason they have that is because old Shanalot, that voice actress, is the lady at the beginning. And so that's what it is. That was the piece of evidence, and I just didn't put those two pieces together. If I thought there was that older Shanalot, that version at the beginning, that other manifestation, that was the piece. So I really wish I'd put two and two together before he released that video, and just kind of put those things together and release that Emerald Herald video. But I'm still kind of waiting on trying to discover exactly why I think she's trying to make you link the fire. Because her mission was kind of to break the curse. And that really, it does break the curse, but it doesn't at the same time. It breaks the curse of the undead, as like linking the fire is breaking the curse. But at the same time, I don't think that's really why Aldia created her. I think it was also like his intention, it was to break the curse, this new curse, this idea in Dark Souls 2, that the curse is to that the curse is the cycles repeating. That's the curse, the fact that these cycles keep on repeating. So that's just another idea of like what the curse could possibly mean and what it could possibly be. Probably shouldn't have healed right before fighting these guys, but usually they're really easy to me. I'm just not hurting them for very much. I need my Murakumo to be level 10. It's just they're really easy to dodge out of the way of when there's one of them, but two of them. Oh, look at those iframes. See, that's why you want those iframes. That was amazing iframeness on that roll there. Also, large curved greatswords, or just curved greatswords in general, they're not, or just curved swords, they're really not good against heavy armor. That's their one weakness. Their main weakness, and these guys are heavy to armor foes, but these mastodons, as it should be pretty clear. It's that rock, paper, scissors element. Anyway, something that I kind of just got lucky on, honestly, when I was playing the game, is that if you kill these guys next to the stands, it's going to make these golems shift over. You can see that goes in the hole, but you have to be close enough. And that's why there's these respawning guys you run out. They just keep on respawning. It really just in case you miss killing someone by it close enough to make the golem shift that area over. That's why they respawn. And those are golems, by the way, that are in there. If the hole is in the center of the chest, it's a golem. If the hole is in the head, it's a giant. And that's how you can tell them apart. And what King Vendrick really figured out was how to control and create golems, which he utilized for his castle and to build his castle for him. And yeah, that's kind of what he used with the power of the giants, was to build this castle and to do things like that. It's sort of ironic that he used, they kind of look like giants. A lot like giants, especially with the big holes. There's only a treasure chest on this side. The only reason I went to the other side was to say, and I didn't actually say it, was that I always wanted that to be a secret passage. So we get Great Combustion and a Fire Seed here, Fire Seed being the big deal, and Great Combustion for any of you pyros out there. So we had Combustion, here's Great Combustion. Superior spell to Combustion. Not a lot else to say about it. Other than that. So let's roll out into here. Alright, so I've been actually, I'm also tired because I've been editing all day. Oh, you know, I didn't realize this. I only just noticed this. That's another King's Mirror there. One of those mirrors that, at least it looks like it. But that's another one of those mirrors. So, oh, I was like, it looks like there's two ghosts here, but I guess there's just a phantom.
Who are you?
Chancellor Welliger's got a lot of great lore for us.
And by whose permission do you stand before me?
My own permission.
This...
Whoops.
His Highness. Where has he gone?
Into the undead crypt to hollow out.
You are a guest of our castle. I am the Chancellor, Welliger.
It's a weird pause.
Do you seek an audience with my lord, King Vendrick?
I do, actually. How did you know?
Unfortunately, His Highness is absent.
What the
My lord, the king, has... The Queen has taken him.
The Queen has taken him. What? What? I'm really sad I didn't include Chancellor Welliger's stuff in my story lore video. I kind of just missed the mark on that. So, I believe... Maybe it's only a New Game Plus, but dual... maybe you have to go to the bonfire to get them to come out. But yeah, so dual pursuers will pop up here. But here's the throne room, the real throne room. So there's the king's throne, there's the queen's throne on the left. At least I believe that typically the king has square and a queen has a triangle for thrones. I think that's usually how it works. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that's usually how it works. They're really not comfortable chairs, but a lot of times that's actually the truth of the matter is for medieval time stuff. Is nothing really was comfortable, and actually those medieval chairs are really uncomfortable. But they're more comfortable than the chairs they used to have, so it's kind of just like... It's funny, because it's an uncomfortable chair, but it was kind of the best they had.
My lord made magnificent findings on souls. An accomplishment for the ages.
I think these findings were transferring souls into other beings.
And built this kingdom upon their souls.
Now that's the most confusing line in all the Dark Souls 2 lore, in my opinion.
Has watched over this land since ages long, long ago. King Vendrick, we must fight back, or the giants will take Drangleic.
Yeah, you're a little behind the times there. So, there's a couple possibilities with the 4 great souls that King Vendrick conquered and destroyed. It could be referring to the exact same 4 that we killed, and maybe those souls have just sort of keep on persisting in some way. I don't like thinking that, but that's one possibility that's worth mentioning. Another possibility is maybe there's great souls that existed outside of the ones that we find, because one of the great souls that we find is the ancient dragon. That's a great soul, is that ancient dragon. So maybe it refers to some other ancient dragons possibly, and perhaps he used the giant soul, that Ashen Mistheart, to go into the memories of great ancient ones and get their souls, like we got the great soul in a way from the ancient dragon. Or possibly, since that was one of them, maybe one of them could have been like the 4 Kings soul. Maybe that was reborn in the same way Cease soul was reborn. Although Cease soul wasn't actually a great soul, so that could be off. But I don't know. It's really like the biggest gap in my mind, the biggest plot hole that I have yet to figure out. And maybe it's not a plot hole. Maybe we haven't figured it out yet. But that's the biggest weirdness in the lore, in my opinion.
The king had a dear queen, a woman of unparalleled beauty.
Oh, you mean Guinevere?
Long ago,
it's
the queen came to us, alone, from a faraway land. She warned our lord of the looming threat across the seas, of the giants. The king crossed the ocean and defeated the giants with the queen at his side.
So again, really major lore stuff. So this is where the whole Battle of the Giants started, and we're going to find out that this really pissed off the Giants, but it was because Queen Nishandra told him about the Giants. Apparently warned him about the threat of the Giants. Maybe she was lying, maybe she wasn't, but maybe it was just to get him to get whatever he stole from the Giants, which we'll find out about. But this is why things kind of ended up in a lot of ways with the way they are in Drangleic, and why there was just persisting war in Drangleic, was because of the queen coming and telling Vendrick to do this.
The king commandeered their power and created the golems. With the golems, the king created this castle to celebrate victory and to show his love, his gratitude to his queen.
So again, that's kind of a lot of the stuff I was saying as we were looking at the golems outside.
The queen brought peace to this land and to her king. A peace so deep, it was like the dark.
So that kind of brings into question, is Dark Souls 2 and Drangleic taking place in the Age of Dark? I don't like to think it is, because to me, I like to think of the Age of Dark as being sort of like the Abyss. Plus Majula has light coming through. But I don't know, maybe it is supposed to be the Age of the Dark.
Is this some sort of a dream?
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Where am I? What has happened to our castle?
Well, you seem to be
Who
dead.
are
I'm
you?
actually walking right through you. See that?
By whose permission do you stand before me?
Hey, look, I'm a ghost. Okay.
Welcome, visitor. Our guests are treated with honor. This is the way of our castle. Tell me if you should require anything.
So talking through his dialogue is going to allow us to now get his buy item menu and everything else. And we can learn gesture from him. This one's me gesture. Awesome. Awesome gesture. And if we talk to him, he's just going to kind of repeat everything he already told us. But we can look, he sells the Flameberge, the Lucerne. I always called it Flameberg when I was a kid. I think it's actually Flameberge or Flamberge. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. I'm honestly not sure. Bracing Knuckle Ring. We can get some bolts from him. So, yeah, a Great Magic Barrier. Sort of Havel related. The Knights of Mira are expected to fight honorably with reliance only upon swordsmanship. They only resort to magic the only time they truly need it, to face the magic of an enemy. He's actually wearing, you really can't tell, or you can sort of tell actually, but it's hard to tell, but he's wearing a set from Mira, which would be the Llewellyn set, because Blacksmith Llewellyn apparently actually crafted it as a gift for him when Blacksmith Llewellyn of Mira came over to use their various his craft things for Drangleic, and that was at King Vendrick. King Vendrick tried to bring Llewellyn over because he was such a good craftsman, and really just to get the specific type of ore that Llewellyn used, he was trying to get him to come over to Drangleic and bring the ore with him. Like, hey, how about you come to Drangleic and bring that, bring that really awesome ore with you while you're here. And yeah, apparently I'm assuming you paid a lot to get him to come over. So as a gift, Llewellyn made that armor set, the Llewellyn set, which is, I think is a really cool armor set. It's actually one of my favorite looking armor sets in the game. It kind of looks like Game of Thronesy, like the people from the Wall in Game of Thrones. Man, it's been a tiring week. I've been non-stop working on other videos, some bigger videos, both Souls and non-Souls related big videos that I've been working on all week. So that's just a trap over there. You really don't need to go over there. Yeah, I've been working really hard on this one non-Dark Souls or non-Souls related video. That's a bigger video. And I hope you guys enjoy it when it's done. So we'll see. I hope you guys watch it too. Well, I hope you guys also just watch it, but we'll see. I've been working really hard on it, and also on some Souls videos too. So lots of stuff I've been working on, including moving, including having a freelance gig. So I'm pretty pooped. But the Let's Plays must go on. Kita does not stop. He keeps on going. Does not stop because we have to make our way through Drangleic Castle. As we get through, I think actually one of the most frustrating areas in the game for me is this little spot. Only if you're trying to get everything, which is what I'm trying to do. But we gotta get the Faram armor. We're gonna see right here another King's Door. You gotta kind of remember all these your first time through. They are going to be important. And we're gonna see those knights later on. Those guys. Those guardians, we'll see them. But for now, actually we saw them earlier over by, I think those are the same guys that we saw at Hade. So, yeah, so these are doors right there, are the same sort of golem doors in a sense. You can see that we gotta kill these guys by the doors. Oh crap, I thought I killed them, but apparently it was one more hit. Actually, you know what I kinda wanna do is level up my armor. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna quick cut this. Not my armor, my sword. I'm gonna level up my sword, and I'll level up my armor too. I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, let's do this. My Mutakumo should be able to pump up now. Hopefully I have enough to reach it. Oh, no, I can definitely reach it to 10. That's not even a hopefully. I definitely can reach it to 10. So now that I got 3 out of 5 Titanite chunks, look at that giant damage increase. And then I can use one of my Titanite slabs, as I have 3, to level this up. You can get Titanite slabs far easier in this game than Dark Souls 2. Let's see if I can also level up my mail. Oh, ooh, I can't. Oh well.
I'll be
checking.
around.
And with that, see you guys back at Drangleic Castle. Actually, I lied. We're gonna level up again. Just because we're here. Might as well do it. And see if I can... Nope. Alright, I lied. We're also gonna level up again. Because we're here. Alright, so let's do... Let's get another strength. I just want to make it so for sure I can use the next weapon I'm going to get, the next level up weapon. Alright, and see you guys at Drangleic Castle. Alright, we're back, and this time I should be able to kill them in 2 hits. That's really why I did this. Yeah, ha! I was just like, oh, you know what? I'm not killing them in 3 hits. It's time to level up. Or 2 hits. 3 hits is way too much for me. So what I'm gonna try and do is see if I can kill 1 at a time, and that way I can only deal with 1 of these guys at a time. And that should make this area a little bit more doable. Honestly, I should have only taken 1 hit on this guy. Yeah, for some reason, I have a lot more trouble against these guys in this area than I do during the actual boss fight. I don't know why. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. It's probably because I just get stupid like I did right there. Sip on that Estus. I need that Sunny D, so delish. Yeah, but this one should be 2 strikes. They also they have more health, as you should be able to clearly tell. Oh, come on. Oh. 1 more hit should do it. Yeah. Yeah. These guys are just so irritating. So what these guys are gonna do, the golems on the left, is literally all they do is light up the room, but might as well do it. But I think again that's one of those things where when the game was darker, that made a lot more sense. That was more useful than it is as the game is now. Gotta use those iframes to the best of my ability. I like to fight these guys in this area just so I don't accidentally aggro the other guys, the stone knights with the spears. I feel like this helps not aggro them, or if you accidentally have rooms open, sometimes this helps to not aggro the other guys, whereas if you're in the big center room, they're more likely to aggro at you, and then you'll have to deal with more of them at once. Oh. Whoops. Yeah, unfortunately, this really isn't showing you guys if I have multiple of them open, the strategy to deal with them, but this is how I recommend dealing with them if you can. Just don't let that happen. That is my strategy. Yeah, let's keep these. I was kind of thinking if I want to equip something else. So, the Dual Pursuers is worth fighting and beating because you get the Ring of Blades +1, which is pretty BA, if I do say so myself. Let's open the next one of these. Yeah, even though it's not gonna have anything in it, except for a fun surprise being one of these guys. Just what I always wanted. Oh, crap! Oh, crap! No! Now I have to deal with them all again. Well, at least it's gonna show you the strategy, even though apparently it didn't work and I aggroed those stone spear guys anyways. Take you out. And I'm gonna... Oh, what the... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Why did that guy aggro? I didn't think he would have aggroed just from that. Did I aggro the other one? It doesn't look like it. Well, while this guy's aggroed, then we'll deal with this one. And hopefully I won't... Ugh, crap. Ah! Got to play it safe and steady if possible. Yeah, sometimes I'll also lure them into that big room where I was just sort of at. Oh. Look at those iframes coming in handy. Oh crap. Oh crap. What? That was some crazy range. Come on, stone soldier. Stop running away. Wuss. Ha! Hopefully they won't. I won't get a fun intrusion. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with fighting in here, is that sometimes the stone soldiers are like, "Hi, I hear there's fighting. I want to be involved." That would be a wonderful thing. Oop. Had to try and use those iframes and just not heal. Yeah, that's kind of one of those things that you learn as you get better at the game, is as opposed to trying to heal right away, you want to just get into a safe zone before you heal, even if it feels risky. In the end, it's going to be the better choice. Alright, I'm going to go over here and deal with this guy first. I think that's going to be the better choice. And actually, I forgot to open the treasure chest as well. So might as well do that. Whoop! That was a close one. And he's going to go dual strikes. Oh, crap. No, 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 no. 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 Okay, let's get the F out of here. F out of here. Peace out. Well, it seemed safe until it absolutely was not in any way whatsoever. Alright, alright. Okay. Keep on blocking, you ass. Just attack me. Strike at me. That could be really bad. Some people should not say strike at me. Alright, let's deal with this guy, actually. Come on now. Come on now. Alright. Now I can deal with this dude. Now that the smaller one's out of the way. Oh. What? Oh, I totally should have had those iframes on that one. Alright. This is a weird place to have him, because he's not going to really do attacks. Alright, there we go. Now we got our attacks. And they're dealt with. So the fact that there's so many of these guys here indicates it really does link this area with Drangleic. Let me go ahead and get this chest before I forget. But it really, or not this area, it really does link the Mastodon Greatsword. It really does link the Lost Bastille with Drangleic Castle. The fact that we find these guys here, these rune sentinels, because there's so many here. And it indicates that, to me at least, I believe, based on that, as well as other things, like the soldiers that we find, Vendrick's soldiers are in the Lost Bastille, that even though I think the Iron King either built or was involved and utilized the Lost Bastille, I think Vendrick did as well. I think he also used the Lost Bastille. I don't think he built it, but I think he used it to just kind of throw undead away in. So let's go ahead and look at the Mastodon Greatsword, since we just got it from that treasure chest. Where you at, Mastodon Greatsword? There it is. Oh, actually, I guess I have a bunch of them. Oh, never mind. Let's not look at it. I was thinking that when I picked it up. I was like, don't I have that already? Eh, just in case. Worth looking at. I'm kind of wondering how many comments there are going to be at that time from people who were like, you didn't get the treasure chest, and then we'll realize later on I picked it up late. I knew that I missed one. I was thinking about that before I picked it up. I just figured that after I dealt with all the rune sentinels, I'd go back and check for whatever I missed. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I knew that was going to be a missed dodge. Running low on Estus. Running low on Estus. Oh, jeez. I didn't know you were going to do that one. I wasn't that far away from you. So I thought. I didn't think I was nearly far enough to make you do that. Make you do those things. Yeah, that's right. Lord, one of the two-hitters. Using another life gem. I'm running low on life gems. It's not that, I don't know why, I just really do prefer when I can using the Estus, or the life gems. Like, cause I guess it's because Estus Flasks are such a giant boost, I don't want to waste that giant boost. Like, no, I need my giant boost. Alright, I don't want it to happen what happened last time where I accidentally wake one of these guys up. So let's lure him, the Rune Sentinel. Actually, let's lure him over into here. I'll fight him in this room. This is a nice room. Far enough away from the other stone soldiers. Drangleic soldiers. This should be a nice little safe area. Alright, that's the dual attack. Yeah, a lot of, honestly, to me, the way I deal with these guys is as long as I dodge to their left, since they always swing that way, you're gonna dodge away from the brunt of their attack. Usually if they swing the other direction, it's gonna be on their second swing and you're far enough away from them. But I always like to roll to the left of these guys, and that always seems to be a safe zone to do it. Alright, so we only want to kill one of them next to the door, and then we want to lure the other guy over. Okay, that was dumb of me. I was just trying to attack him real quick, and it didn't work. Yeah, I think I missed actually a treasure chest. I know I missed a treasure chest, but we're gonna deal with the Rune Sentinel first. Well, I technically don't have to deal with because I could just drop in that hole, but I'm going to anyways. Yeah, I'm sure if I had the Murakumo plus 10 against the Rune Sentinel boss fight, I think I'd be doing more damage on them. I think they'd be dead before this. These are definitely harder ones. I guess there's a way to test that now that I think about that. I guess you could get the Murakumo to plus 10 before you go. Alright. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, wait, there isn't a treasure chest. There's just a Ferrous Lockstone. Alright, so yeah, like I said, lighting these two golems up doesn't do anything. It just lights up the room, which probably if the game was darker would have made more sense. Just another one of those examples. And here we go into a drop where we're going to get the Faram armor set. So cool. I love the Faram armor set. It just looks so awesome. Unfortunately, I think the Drangleic set just is better. I mean, the Havel set's the best. Or not the, like really, really good, but where is that Faram set? Faram armor. So this is what they were showing in all the trailers, was this Faram armor. It's got some cool lore too. The mighty Lion Knights, worshippers of the war god Faram, wore heavy armor and were feared for their nimble two-handed swordplay, but their legacy was cut short with the fall of Ferosa. So when it says nimble two-handed swordplay, I take that to mean that they're using two hands for one sword, even though all the trailers were showing people dual-wielding weapons. So to me it would say who were feared for their nimble dual-wielded swordplay, or something like that if it meant one sword in each hand. Two-handed swordplay, like to me I'm two-handing a weapon right now, so I take that to be two-handed swordplay. So that's why in my Ferosa video, where I did the lore of Ferosa, I kind of showed it off that way. But I could be wrong. Anyways, I love the Faram set, and it's another one of my favorite sets, and I just think it's too bad that Drangleic Mail's too OP. Just too OP. So we're gonna get another one of our bonfires. And actually, this is gonna be our last Pilgrim of the Abyss area, so thinking maybe I should just go in and cover this part of the Pilgrims of the Abyss while I'm here. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do some Pilgrims of the Abyss.
We meet again, young undead.
So we do.
You have the look of a true seeker.
Hello, Ty. This is how a true seeker looks.
Grandal, seeker of dark, giver of dark.
Are you, Grandal?
If you seek true dark, I will grant it to you.
This is when he finally tells us who he is.
desire.
And seriously, why are they always all the dark-related people are in chairs?
Then,
He's in a
is
wheelchair.
dark what you wish for?
Falcon's in a chair. What's with that? I will join the Pilgrims of the Dark. I will join it. And we get the Abyss seal.
There you are.
Whoop.
You are now a pilgrim of dark.
Well, that was easy.
The dark chasm beckons you. Those drawn to the dark are destined to seek it.
So, if we die in there, we're going to have to use a humanity for him to open it back up again.
Finally, now, young undead, the dark awaits you.
And here we can give him a human effigy, which we don't have to do right now. That's why it goes away. He sells humanity, just in case. He doesn't sell that many, but he sells some, or human effigies, sorry. He also sells bonfire ascetics. So there, if you're low on bonfire ascetics, this is a place to stock up on them if you really want them, and a bunch of dark magic. And actually, Profound Still, I think, has a cool lore. This hex, born of jealousy and humiliation, is a locus of dark thoughts, the very things that reflect the true essence of life itself. A hex created by an ostracized cleric. It just sounds a cool name to me, Profound Still. And let's go ahead and see if he has anything to
The
say.
embrace of the dark is gentle. Let it absorb your sorrows forever.
So, yeah,
the
like, to
dark.
me, this would be the abyss, what he has us go into. More so than the other area. So let's go in. We are pilgrims, ladies and gents. We are pilgrims of the abyss. I'm gonna pilgrim my way forward, my way forth in the world, into the dark chasm of old. Oh, shit. That's a head snag moment right there. I was just thinking, like, I forgot my torch. And then I realized I didn't need my torch. And as I realized I didn't need my torch, I was just kind of spacing out and walking. Don't do that. Don't do that, because now we're going to have to waste the humanity. There's got to be one stupid death every playthrough. I mean, I think it's kind of mandatory at this point. Alright, well, with that, let's go ahead and give him a humanity and waste one of my humanity.
Fine. No. Yeah.
Oh, one thing worth pointing out is I actually
The
don't
mask,
need
if
to wear the Abyss Seal in order to enter, or in order to go in there. I think that's worth pointing out. Let's actually go ahead and look at the Abyss Seal too, before I go back in. Where is my Abyss Seal? Ring of the Pilgrims of the Dark Covenant. Increases the attack strength of hexes, but casting them reduces HP. What is dark? Perhaps we already know. We fear dark, yet we find solace in it. It's kind of interesting, actually, when you think about that. We do fear the dark, yet that's kind of how we sleep peacefully, so we want dark to sleep. So, it actually is peaceful in a sense, which is a lot of what they say in this game. Like, the dark's peaceful. So we just heard earlier, like, it's a very peaceful thing, kind of like the dark from Chancellor Welliger. So this time, let's not walk off the side of an edge. And let's see, that would be an edge right there. It's actually kind of hard for me to see. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Let's not die again and waste more humanity. What do you have to say? Illusory wall ahead. That's bullcrap. It's got a rating of 50. What, am I crazy? I'm like, I don't think there's an illusory wall. I'm just surprised that there's a rating of 50. Okay. Unless I'm crazy, I don't believe there's an illusory wall there. But if there is, it's one that I didn't find. Alright, and let's be cautious. And there we go. Phantoms up ahead, then be wary of backstepping. Backstepping? Oh, actually, I'm very used to this one now that I think about it. Because this is what I was using to go fight the boss of this area. You can fight the boss of this area by going through any area once you finish all the abyss, the chasms of dark. If you enter again through any of them, you can... Let's deal with this guy real quick. Yeah, entering through any of them will allow you to go fight the boss, and this was the one that I chose. Which is why it's ridiculous that I was dumb enough to die in the way that I did. Should have just been used to this, but I wasn't. Let's see if I can pop this guy off the ledge. You know, I think they actually have decent drops. Fall off the ledge. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Let me heal up. Alright, so the reason you don't need to light a torch is because, and what we want to do is we want to light all these things. That's the goal of going through here, is to light all of these. It's kind of Lord Vessel looking areas, but we want to light them all up. And this is the one area where it's really going to come in handy now. Specifically, since they switch the lighting aspect again. But it's going to really come in handy to have these flame butterflies. So we're gonna use one of them. And use this flame butterfly to go ahead and set this light. Now, if we get rid of this and now two-hand again, I can always use this now to light my torch. Or I guess I'm wrong. I thought I could light my torch here, but I guess not. Huh. Huh. Anyways, this was the big goal. You might want to actually exit the area with your torch, but I don't believe so. I think the main goal is just lighting these and then getting through the exit. So let's go ahead and now clear the path the rest of the way to the exit. And yeah, there's just kind of a wrap around there. Alright. And we get this lady here, who always, I don't know, she always hits me with that first attack. And now that I kill her, you can see this fog gate is cleared, and this fog gate is going to lead to, this is how we get to the boss where we just leave the area. And this is going to clear up our first one. So, for the once you actually want to drop down, kind of like the Abyss in Dark Souls 1, sort of makes sense if you think about it. But yeah, drop down into that sucker, and that will clear up our first area in the Pilgrims of the Abyss. So with that, your devotion to your covenant has deepened and you've gained a rank, and that's how you know that you've gotten one bit further.
The dark beset upon you runs deeper than I had imagined. Let us see just how much dark you can endure. You have seen dark that has existed from times long past. What once was a great void of darkness became but fragments. But slowly, the scattered fragments grew, absorbing all things. It is we who will be pilgrims to these sacred sites.
It's actually pretty interesting there, because that sounds a lot like Nishandra's soul in a sense, like a fragmented soul that found itself that's based off the darkness.
May the dark.
So actually, let's go ahead and see what that sorcery was I just got. The Resonant Soul. A hex that distorts the power of life, emits a dark mass at the cost of souls. Can be used even without souls, but at greatly reduced strength. So, yeah, that one's, I don't know, I like this covenant, the Pilgrims of the Dark, because it's a PvE covenant, and I find that really fun. So, actually, with that, as I know there's some cuts I did, but I think that's actually going to wrap us up. So next time, we're going to go ahead and finish the Pilgrims of the Dark Covenant, and we're going to go forward more in Drangleic Castle. And actually, let's go ahead and go to Majula and level up again. Just might as well. Let's do it. Do another level up. And that will wrap us up. It seems like I always start episodes off with Majula. It just feels right that way. I'm like, I gotta just go back to Majula. Go back to my home area, my home base. And it's the only way. It's the only way. The only way to wrap up an episode. Hey, Emerald Herald. What's up, lady?
Lest
I'm just requesting a level up. Let's go with more vitality. That'll give us some more defense and some more equip load, which is always fun. Alright. And with that said, thank you guys so much for joining me this week. Sorry if I was a little off, like I said. And I will see you guys next time. Much more energetic, I'm sure. Alright, guys. Peace. Later.